Hey guys, if you're seeing this, I'm probably on my cruise. I'm just boarding today when this is uploaded, so almost a week left before I board, so I'm shooting this a week in advance. But I'm getting company this afternoon, so I thought let's serve something with tea because it's apple tea bread. It's from the, of course, Irish Teatime recipes. Almost done is this one, like I said earlier in an earlier video. Probably will do this whole book because, well, it's the only book I think I'm going to do every recipe of because everything sounds good. Most recipe books have recipes that I don't like. And I refuse to make. Like, I'm not going to do a crab dish again, even though not with like the tin crabs. I just know I don't like crab, or well, there are other. Well, that's always a thing with me, I think, because every Irish recipe book has a beef and Guinness stew, but I don't like Guinness in the stew, so I make it without it. But is it still a recipe from the book if I change a key ingredient, you know? But let's do the apple tea bread for now. This says apples have always been important in Ireland, and not only for eating. They were considered a magical fruit and so were always served in various forms at Halloween. Well, it's April, so, but, and then on the bottom it says apple tea bread is somewhat similar to apple bread, except that this recipe contains raisins and the apples are cooked before being added into the mixture. The apple bread contains raisins. This one doesn't. This one needs a grated apple. Let's move this to the side. I grated 4 apples just now. It already started to turn brown, but I don't think that's bad. Mix together the grated apple and lemon rind. I've got lemon rind from 1 lemon. Pretty big lemon, by the way, but I don't really mind. I think I never made this recipe. There is 1 or 2 recipes I still have to do from this book that I did make years ago, like 6 years ago. I made them for my 30th birthday, and I'm 36 right now, so this is mixed. Then sift the flour into the sugar in a bowl. Well, I've got sugar, 175 grams, and then I've got 230 grams of flour. See, I just need to use the big bowl whenever I have to sift flour. That just works so much better. I think I don't have any flour anywhere except for in the bowl. And this one's wet. That's not smart. And then rub in the butter until the mixture resembles breadcrumbs. Yay! I'm going to wear my gloves again. I thought about using like the yellow cleaning gloves, but I don't know, the idea of using them, even if they're just new and clean, bothers me a bit because they're cleaning gloves. But I don't know, it's just a loose wire in my head, I think. I've got a lot of butter, but it's the whole cake, so yay, breadcrumbs. Anyway, I'm probably going to do this in silence because this always takes longer than I like. Okay. By the way, did I tell you that I preheated the oven to 180 Celsius, 350 Fahrenheit or Mark IV? I don't know. I don't think I have, but stir in the grated apple and beat an egg and mix well. Four apples and one beaten egg. By the way, I have this discussion with myself right now. I have all these plastic containers. I would like to go to the glass ones or ceramics or something. I want to get rid of all the plastic reusable containers. But I'm not... I think it's a waste to throw them away. They are still good. But yeah, the idea of stained plastic, and I want to be more, how do you say it, friendlier for the environment, but throwing all these things away, I'm not sure. The recipe said add sufficient milk to make a smooth dough, but I don't think I have to do that. My apples were juicy enough, so I think this is pretty smooth. I'm going to get my rubber spatula. This one is totally different. This is one of my favorite kitchen utensils, I think, because you can get it so clean, the bowls. Turn into a shallow buttered, well, I've used parchment paper. I mean, is that a crime? I don't know. Let's turn. That's the downside of using such a big bowl. To get it into this thing. I'm not sure if we use the right one right there. It says a 7 to 8 inch, and I think I have that, but what did it say too? A shallow. I'm just using my bread tin. So we'll have to see how this turns out. I mean, I said it before. This is all trying, all learning. I mean, most of the recipes, like I said earlier, I never made before. It's all trying, making mistakes, and learning. And maybe we get something out of it. And in the best case, a tasty dish. So, always have fun when it sticks to the sides. That's, oh, shaking wasn't the best thing. And now I have something on my better. Smooth over the top. Bake for 35 to 40 minutes. Well, my oven is done, so 35 minutes. Oh, my thing isn't low enough. And then this one in 35 minutes. So golden brown, well, test by inserting a warm skewer, it says. And it comes out clean, the tea bread is cooked. Serve warm, spread with butter. So, yeah. This is also as usual. I'll check after 35 minutes. If it needs the 5 more minutes, I'll give it the 5 more minutes. If it doesn't need the 5 more minutes, I get it out, let it cool for a moment, and then we do the taste test. And right now, I saw that I have no idea if my second camera picked up everything. Let me see. Anyway, I'm going to check this, because in the worst case scenario, you have to look at this more than what I'm doing. But I think everything, yeah, we'll see. Anyway, I have checked the other camera, and I think I'm missing half a minute, maybe. So probably will be fine. But the cake was in the oven for 35 minutes. I think it needed a bit more because it wasn't really brown. And I gave it 5 more minutes and it was done, but it isn't really brown. And it's very, very moist. So, yeah. And my hands are wet just from picking it up. Let's cut it open. This is what it looks like. I'm not sure if it looks like there's apple sauce in here. So very squishy. Let's have to try. The texture is a bit like Play-Doh. The taste is not bad. The texture is just very weird. The apple is mostly fully cooked through. I just had one piece that was like a bit crunchy still. Could be a piece of the lemon rind that was the crunchy part. Lemon comes through very nice. Yeah. Part of me feels like this isn't done yet. Like this is raw dough because of the texture, but I think it is done. I've got the whole piece. And the taste is very good. It's just the texture is a bit, well, I don't want to say off-putting, but I don't know. This is a very tasty bread. It's an apple tea bread, but it doesn't look like bread. So no, I think this is an once and not again cake for me. Anyway, that was my apple tea bread from Irish Teatime recipes. I said it before, I like pictures so I can compare. But yeah, 5 more to go. Thanks for watching. Hopefully see you in the next one.